What's understood needs not be explained. When someone is growing themselves, they recognize growth in others. They don't compete with it. They don't rescind it. They don't reject it. They don't question it. They respect it. See, if someone constantly needs you to just justify as you evolve, they may not be evolving. And that's not arrogance, that's you being 100% aware. Welcome to the Purpose Woman Podcast, Create the Life You Desire. I'm your host, Latasha WOP Williams. Let's not even warm up tonight. We're going to dive straight in because this is it. This is the one. Now, let me tell you, not everybody will understand your journey, and that's okay. As you create the life you desire, you got to understand something real. Everybody will not understand, and they are not supposed to. Now, let that breathe. When God plants something inside of you, a vision, a shift, a next level, He doesn't send it out in a group message. He doesn't ask for anybody's votes or opinion. He does not need approval or gets it from anybody in your circle. He deposits that thing in you. The vision is personal because it's public. I'm going to say that again. Vision is personal before it's public. That means before people even can applaud, before the results, before proof, there is obedience. And obedience looks crazy to people who weren't given the instruction. People support what they see, but you have to move on what you know. That's the tension. You're moving off conviction. They're moving off of evidence. And until your results show up, some people are going to question you, and that's simply okay. Some people are going to even disappear. I know that's tough, but let's be real. Some people are going to fall back, not because you did something wrong, but because the version of you that they connected with before is evolving. Growth changes in rooms. When you stop gossiping and you start strategizing and building, when you stop surviving and you start building something great, when you stop reacting and start responding, you shift the energy and everybody can't deal with your shift. Let me give you an analogy. When you change radio stations, there's static in between. Now, some of you maybe don't even understand what I'm saying because radio stations, I know. But listen, that static season, that's growth. You're not who you used to be, but you're not fully who you're becoming yet. And during that static, some people can't hear you clearly anymore. So they tune you out. But when you fully lock into your new frequency, the right people will tune in. That's when new acquaintances, new friendships, all of that, new conversations, they began to show up, even new opportunities, new alignment, because growth attracts growth. Now, here's the part. I wouldn't be me if I didn't share it with you. Some people are going to deal with you differently. I've witnessed it myself because you've changed and they haven't. When you start protecting your time, setting boundaries, when you start investing differently into things, when you start saying no and not feeling guilty about it, when you stop explaining every single move, people feel that. And sometimes they interpret boundaries as distance. But boundaries aren't rejection, they're direction. They say, I know where I'm going. You cannot expect people who are comfortable being average to clap for your excellence. You cannot expect people who are asleep to understand why you're up grinding. You cannot expect people who are playing small to understand why you have decided to sacrifice and go big. That's not their season, it's yours. Now, let's go just a little bit deeper. What's understood needs not be explained. When someone is growing themselves, they recognize growth in others. They don't compete with it. They don't rescind it. They don't reject it. They don't question it. They respect it. See, if someone constantly needs you to just justify as you evolve, they may not be evolving. And that's not arrogance. That's you being 100% aware. Now, before I get ready to go, I want to ask you 3 questions. And don't answer me, answer yourself. Dig deep. Here's the first question. Are you playing small to stay comfortable with people who are comfortable? Or are you stretching in the new version of you that scares you a little bit? Be honest. I want you to think about that. The next question. Are you building for somebody's approval? Are you looking for validation? Or are you building for alignment? Because those are 2 completely different energies. And the third question. If everybody understood your next move, would it even be big enough? Sit with that. Now, I'm going to give you 3 different options. Option 1, keep explaining yourself until you're tired and still misunderstood. Option 2, slow your growth down so nobody feels uncomfortable. Or option 3, accept that growth is going to change your rooms. It's going to change some relationships. It's going to change a lot around you, and build anyway. I don't know about you, but I'm going to always choose option 3 because clarity for me is greater than anybody's approval. You don't need everybody to understand. You need to understand. And this type of energy is calm, is clear, and it's committed. It don't even have to be loud and defensive. You don't have to prove nothing. Just be consistent. And let me tell you something else. Building the life you desire, it can feel a little lonely. It can, because everybody doesn't have the capacity to see what you see, and they're not supposed to. It's like describing a skyscraper to someone who's only seen ground level. They're not wrong. They just haven't seen the view. But if you keep climbing, eventually the results will speak louder than your explanations ever could. So as you create the life you desire, don't get bitter when people don't understand. Stay focused. Don't get emotional. Oh, that just bothers me so much. You stay disciplined because the same people who questioned you in private, oh, they'll be quoting you in public when you win. Stay the course. Protect the vision. Honor the shift. And remember, you are not called to be understood by everyone. You are called to be obedient to what was placed inside of you. If that means some people deal with you differently, let them. If that means you build a season misunderstood, build it anyway, because you can create the life you desire, even if you have to build it misunderstood. If this episode has stretched you, challenged you, or made you think, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, and follow me on all social media platforms at Latasha WOP Williams. That's WOP. I'll see you on the next episode. And remember, I'll see you at the top because the bottom is just too crowded.